I was born and raised in Roseburg, Oregon. Do you know where that is?
I don't.
Do you know where Portland is?
I do.
Okay, come down from Portland, and there's Eugene and Springfield and ta-da, and then almost to the bottom of the state is Roseburg.
And
Beautiful state. Oh, oh. Well, it's like Vermont. They call Vermont and California, I mean Vermont and Oregon, sister states.
And what made you decide to move to Vermont?
My son had moved to New Jersey. Well, I went to New Jersey and I said, I'm not living here, no way, Jose. Am I going to live in this place? My kids still live there.
Yeah.
But it wasn't for me. I was born and raised on a ranch in Oregon.
Vermont?
We moved to Vermont in 1952.
But you had been here, oh, so you had had a hot
Yeah,
dog
I had been here
concession in
before and
Oregon.
gone back out.
Oh, okay.
Because we had our home and everything was there. And our moving totally consisted on selling our property. Took a while to do that. And in that interim, I had spent some time in New York with my son. And when I saw, oh, those hot dog carts on New York streets, I said, I'm going to go home and put a hot dog cart on Church Street. And my husband said to me, you have done some crazy things since I've been married to you, but this is the craziest. He had to eat his words. I went down to City Hall and said I was going to put a hot dog cart on Church Street, and what did I have to do? Well, you have to get a license. Okay, how much is that going to cost me? It was just a flash in the pan to bring some money in. You know, I didn't think of it as, but it was much more lucrative than I wanted to give up. I had our home, which was $258, paid off in very short order.
Wow.
And that has really been a blessing because my home is free. All I have to do is pay my taxes, and they're high enough.
Yeah.
But my first hot dog sold on the street, guess what it was for? 50 cents. That was a cheap hot dog, but I still made money on it. So gradually I had to lift, you know, as Mackenzie went up on me, I had to go up on the public. Of course, you know, you have to sit down and figure how much profit you're making. If you're not making a profit, you're a dumbbell. You shouldn't be out there peddling hot dogs until. See, I was fortunate in so much as I had the beauty shop.
Yep.
I had a place to back up to, I had a place that I could run to, because I had a beauty business for years. That's what brought me to Vermont to begin with. I sold wigs. I had been doing that in California for some time. So I came here and I brought a bunch of wigs with me.
You still have them?
About 5 of them. Yeah, this is one that came from California. Ava Gabor, do you remember, recognize?
Of course.
I usually always tried to be there. I'm one of the lunch crowd, so I always tried to be there around 11 to 11:30, and I would leave about 4 or 4:30. I didn't. My husband absolutely put his foot down on my working in the evening time. 6, sometimes 7, depending on the weather. If the weather was absolutely stunningly beautiful, I would work a full 7, because I had to put away in the summer what I made to pay the bills in the winter. It was hard. I would load believe it or not, I would load the cart. I had a trailer. I didn't have a trailer to begin with. I actually pushed the cart down to Church Street, but I was a lot younger. And then John got me a trailer. He said, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to hunt around. We're going to find something, because he had driven 18-wheelers for years, so he knew a lot about stuff like that I knew no knowledge about. So he found a trailer, and he lined it up electrically, lined it up with the jack that up, lined it up with the thing that went down, would roll right off, you know, by itself, push the electric plug and it would roll it right down. He had built channels for it to run down in. Yeah, it really worked very, very good for a long, long time.
Oh, skidoo suits.
You'll remember
I
my
remember your
skidoo
skidoo
suits, and then under that, 3 pairs of tights, the warm tights that you wear when you go skiing.
Yep.
And I still suffer in my hands from getting them so cold. They suffer. No, I never did that. No.
That's amazing.
I valued my client too much, you know. And those who did do that didn't stay on the street long because they would lose their business. They had thrown us off the street. We couldn't go down. We had not been out there too long. It was when the businessmen suddenly could see there was going to be more than one little stupid lady down there. There was going to be a whole bunch of stupid little ladies down there.
How did they keep you off the street? I mean, did they?
Pardon?
How did they kick you off the street?
Oh, they canceled my license.
Oh.
You can't go on the street without a license.
So they went to City Hall, protested, and had them revoke your license.
Yeah.
How long did it take before you were back in business? How long did...
Not very long. the uproar and a lot of calls went into City Hall, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do this. This is a free country. You can't enforce rules like that, you know. We all ganged together down at City Hall. We called a special meeting. I don't think you were here yet. And all of the city dad, remember Mahoney's?
Yep. Oh,
okay.
yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Yes.
That was a big part of it. And, the one who owns the restaurant up the street. Tim Halverson. But fortunately, Tim, for some unknown reason, came to my side. Yeah, he just pitched right in there and said, I remember him, they had a stand up there out in front of his place. And he stood on that platform and told people to come and see me and said, you want to hear the history of Church Street? Go down and talk to the hot dog lady. She'll tell you the history. Tim, nice guy, nice guy. And another real promoter that was great was Frank and Betty Boucher, Pier 1. So in fact, they wanted to have my Church Street sign. It was because of them that I got hung right there by their store. Yeah, everyone has asked me that for years, and I don't, you know, and I said the way that we could find out if we really wanted to know would be find out from Mackenzie how many they sold me. I sold every one of them they sold me. And you know what I talked them into doing? And I don't think many people know this in my obituary. I am a very health-minded person, and I always regarded hot dogs as not probably the best food to consume. So I went in and talked to the Mackenzies, and you know what they did? They ordered from their manufacturer hot dogs with no preservative. So I had a sign on my cart that said, no preservatives added. Mustard, relish, sauerkraut, chili, hot sauce, celery salt, and wound up with, and whatever else you may want.